Welcome to the Is Less Entertainment Podcast
with your host.
with your hosts, Jacob Aaron Miller.
Well, you're on that side. Benjamin.
Oh, Benjamin M. Owens. That's me.
Yeah,
At Jacob Aaron.
I guess that's me.
Hit us up on Twitter. Why not?
Yeah, we have a little bit of an announcement. Stay tuned
Big
to the end.
announcement. Oh, we're not just going to say that. Okay. All right. Yep. Stick around.
Yeah.
Big
So
announcement.
you gotta bait them in.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta trick people into watching your video, listening.
Sure. Hey, big tease at the end.
Yeah, it could be.
Jacob's going to take his shirt off.
No, you don't want to see that.
No.
So yeah, we have a little announcement, and this is the Eternals review. I finally saw it, so
Jacob's,
yeah. So on that note,
which, it's a good thing that No Way Home had zero connection to Eternals, because you've now seen MCU movies out of order. So that worked out.
I guess so. I still,
Yeah.
I know we had this argument last time, and I know you said that Spider-Man is in the MCU because they have an agreement, blah blah blah. But it still, to me, feels so different. And
I mean, yeah, like there's some
it feels
there's
so
some
much better.
differences,
Yeah, yeah, it's good.
but at the end of the day, like if you're talking like Marvel Prime movies versus Sony Marvel mishmash, then Tom Holland is still 3-3. So the math is still 50-50, which is probably
Right.
how it was designed.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they put a freaking MCU movie
As the
second
yeah,
post-credit scene, which, man, wild.
I know, hurt your feelings.
It's just, like,
If you didn't hear Ben get his feelings hurt, make sure you watch the last podcast. Because I think some of you might have missed it. I don't know what happened. Maybe I uploaded it at 4 a.m. or something. So there's that. It's there for your viewing
it's
pleasure,
there.
but
It's
only
there.
after you listen to this.
Listen to this one. Look, finish up this one. Continuity won't be an issue.
It's obviously not an issue. Yeah.
So what did you think of Eternals? Just like right out of the gate. First impressions.
It was very pretty.
It's a nice to look at movie.
Yeah.
One, look at all of these gorgeous people, first and
Mhm.
foremost. Like,
Right.
everybody's, dang, right? Yeah. Sorry. I got caught staring just now. I'm
It's
just like,
it's
look how
it's the
attractive
color
they
grade. It's
are.
the color grading. It's all the gold. Gold is like
It's-
the hardest color to do.
It's also they
like,
shot
I
so
don't-
much of it outside.
Yeah. Right.
They got so much of that natural light.
Right. Everything was filmed at golden hour. Yeah.
They all have vitamin D. Like they're
Right.
all vitamin D'd out. Like they had like a good.
I don't know.
6 months.
Nothing happened during noon, so it was always the sun came up and when the sun went down.
Hey man,
Good.
2 p.m.
We gotta
Let me
wrap
get
this-
inside for some of
Yes,
these.
yeah. You don't want those eyeshadows. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You can only have so many guys like carrying the little reflectors underneath their faces. You know.
Right.
So it's just a practicality issue. Yeah.
So-
but it does look amazing.
Gorgeous movie.
And I was so excited to watch it because it was free on Disney Plus. I guess if you have this, if you
Love.
pay for the subscription,
Paid for.
already paid for. I didn't
Yeah.
have to go to the theater, and also I feel like I didn't miss anything because
There wasn't some toddler in the room talking the whole time.
right. Well, I did fall asleep, so there's
Okay.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
It lulled you.
It
That's part of the problem of being at home. Definitely.
It's also part of the problem of having like a very gray movie. Look how many characters there are. 1,
There's a
2,
lot of
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I
Yeah.
think I remember 3 of their names. So there's 10 characters that we know nothing about, plus the
Right.
bad guys, right?
hmm
And plus any other side character. So it's all new. This could have easily been a series and would have made more sense to me.
Yeah, they definitely could have Disney Plused this. I think it was probably already in the works as a film. Plus, do you get Angelina Jolie if it's a Disney Plus show? How much of I don't know. I mean, you got Oscar Isaac for Moon Knight. That's a Disney Plus show.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I meant to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah. Which we got to talk about that trailer as well.
We will talk about that. So keep listening, keep watching. Yeah. So that's it. Like, really, it was
Yep.
pretty and it felt like its own thing. that
Yep.
somehow didn't interfere. They sort of teased that Thanos was maybe an Eternal or a Celestial, right? Or a half Celestial. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's really confusing.
It is
I
very
feel
confusing.
like it's gotten too convoluted because they have a guy named Fastos who's not fast, but there is a fast person. It's mildly confusing.
Yeah.
Because when they said Fastos, I just assumed, like an idiot, I guess,
On the surface, it makes
that
sense.
would have been the fast person.
2 on the nose. Yeah. I guess whenever the Eternals comic came out, they were like, all right, we've had Spider-Man, we've got Ant-Man. It's just like a little too, let's just get a little bit more subtle with our names.
Right. Yeah. Let's just throw in a curveball. It's your favorite thing. It's your expectations being subverted. Subverted expectation.
I love a subverted expectation.
I was honestly confused. I was like, who is Fastos? I know there's a fast girl. That's not fast. I was so confused. No. So you have Fastos who can create all of this like crazy technology,
machineries and technologies
things for humans, even though they're not supposed to interfere. And then you have Athena. So we have some was it Greek mythology, Roman?
Yeah, I believe Greek. Yep.
Greek. So we have Icarus, Athena. I'm sure there's another one, Fastos. I don't know. Maybe Fastos is Greek.
I don't know.
Maybe that's what happens. But Athena traditionally is the goddess of war. Here, she was just very confused and didn't start or solve any war problems.
I would say she was like the kind of, the chief warrior.
She was like very, very PTSD.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, what does like thousands of years of being?
Yeah, if you murder a planet and then you go to another planet and then you murder that planet and then you go to
your mind gets wiped over and over and over again. Right. Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
it's not a good way to live.
Oh no!
But you're also the goddess of war, so you would think you would probably start more wars. And the irony here is that once again, Fastos starts.
Well, the question is, like, if these guys have been around this whole time, so it's not so much that in the way that Thor is the god of thunder. I see it as she is who these people created their myth stories about.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not that she has to live up to
actually
sort of like
live up to that name. She's Thena, not Athena. Right. Yeah. But Icarus is Icarus. And
well, he does fly too close to the sun. A little on the nose. Yeah. But, it's not that he flew too close to the sun. He rage flew into the sun.
Yeah, I've had that feeling before. Yeah.
And I'm sure he comes out on the other side.
Yeah, after killing a couple of your best friends.
You made some choices. Maybe you were brainwashed. Maybe you're just super loyal. I don't know. You're created for a certain purpose.
Yeah. You were serving the greater good, and then look what happened. And on that note, what did you think of the film?
What I think of, I thought the story was interesting. I really wasn't expecting a movie where there was like all of this internal strife between the team and, having it be something else other than like, there's a big bad. We all have to fight them. Like there is some of that with the deviants, and then that the one deviant kind of like sucking everybody's.
What's his name? Archibald.
Oh no, that's the Celestial Arishem.
Oh, right. Yeah, the more evolved stone.
Yeah, guy. Yeah, the guy who's stealing powers. Crow, maybe is his name. So yeah, you do have him, but he's more of a red herring villain, you know what I mean? The big deal is the internal strife between the team and all that stuff. Exactly.
Flying into the sun, literally getting stabbed in the back and then forgiving her 2 seconds later. It all sounds kind of dumb when you say it out loud.
Yeah. Killing Salma Hayek, unacceptable.
In the first act.
You can't be doing that. Come on. Here's what's interesting. I remember like scrolling on Facebook. This was like the weekend that the movie came out, but before I saw it, and seeing some sort of post that was like Salma Hayek signed on for a 4-picture deal with Marvel or something like that. So then I see the movie expecting her to live because I saw that. So I don't know if that was just like some sort of like comicbookmovie.com or whatever, like throwing out some red herrings,
Like
or
fake,
if it was just like whatever.
Maybe she did sign on for 4 films.
Right.
Yeah,
Who knows? So yeah, that was interesting.
Misinformation to have.
Right. But all in all, I enjoyed the movie. I thought, the love story between Gemma Chan and Richard Madden was, oh, no, Icarus. I was thinking, like, yeah, like, there's definitely some, like, the love triangle. But, and then, so here's my beef.
What is Sylvia, right? Yeah. Okay, go into your beef.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
What's her name? Cersei.
Oh, what did I say?
So
it's like I said, there's 10 characters, and I remember 3 of them.
Look, I got the Wikipedia page pulled up. You've got Icarus, played by Richard Madden, Robb Stark from Game of Thrones.
Also, Icarus.
Then you've got human boyfriend, played by Kit Harington, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got our love triangle involving 2 people who were on Game of Thrones. And
in a love triangle.
In the love triangle. And then the third person, the most pivotal of the love triangle, I would say the main character of this movie, Gemma Chan. Character name, Cersei.
Not so.
Also a character name from Game of Thrones. I'm just saying we could have put Kit Harington somewhere else. We could have just it's just a little too much Game of Thrones. It just took me out of it a little bit of being
it feels lazy. It's like, okay, you're going to be Cersei and you're going to date Jon Snow, and then we'll just call it a day.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's just like during the movie, I don't want to be thinking about Game of Thrones. I want to be thinking about the movie that I'm watching. So you could have had Kit Harington play so many other people. He could
have been an assistant to somebody else or whatever. He could have been one of the Eternals.
He could have been sword arm guy in Shang-Chi. He could have been so many other people. But instead, you put him in a love triangle with, his brother from another movie.
To me, it was it convincing for you? Because to me, I was not convinced. Why would essentially an Eternal who's been around for thousands of years be like, I'm just gonna part with this one for a little bit? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I assume there's some sort of element of, well, I've been here for a couple thousand years. I gotta do something. This'll get me 20 years at least,
Here's something that naturally happens with age, and it's wisdom.
You don't want to go to dinner alone, Let's get you, 20 years of not going to dinner alone. And then by the, 20th year, they're going to be like, you haven't aged. I'm old now. You're not old. What happened?
Yeah.
And then you got to be like, oh, by the way, I'm a billionaire because I bought Apple stock in 1982. And I've just been sitting on it. Also, I
invented Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I can also turn anything, I could turn stone into dust. It's kind of a big deal. BT Dubs, I'm gonna live forever, and you're gonna die. So
I'm already sad.
Sorry, but wasn't this fun? What we had for 20-ish years? Actually, it was probably 15. You could probably only get 15.
That's gotta be it. Yeah. Where did that breakup? You would get tired of that breakup.
Do you wake up every morning and apply a little gray streak, and then you got to do that for the next 10 years, and then just slowly expand your gray streak, and then one day it's wait, are you wearing old age makeup? What's happening? How do you keep that relationship going? Or do you fake your death? You fake your death.
I think that's the way.
Move on to another town. You find some other young, some young Jon Snow,
some other character from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. You go find Reek.
What was the guy's name? Oh, man.
Alan. What's his first name?
The guy that betrayed
Here we
him.
go. Let's do it. Let's Google it.
Two guys googling stuff.
Alfie Allen.
There you go. Yeah, he was trying to just another Game of Thrones cast member, and
Yeah.
just bouncing around from those guys, and then date the prequel guys, and then I'm sure they'll eventually reboot it, and then you can date those guys.
Right?
So you have an unlimited list of pre-approved specimens.
Also, super fun. Gemma Chan's second MCU movie. Because she was in Captain Marvel as a Kree warrior. And she had like lines and stuff.
Mm,
And they were like, "You're too good. We got to put you in another one. You were blue, so nobody's going to know. Except for the
Right.
nerds."
okay. Well, I guess if you're blue, you could be not blue on a different show.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fine.
there's been enough. I mean, like,
I was just not convinced. I mean, I was not convinced. I have a hard time being convinced, but like I bought her and Icarus for some reason, but I did not buy Jon Snow. I just didn't work for me. And then her getting stabbed in the back, like that whole thing, like what is she gonna die? She's not gonna die. Why did she stab her? She knew she wasn't gonna die. Like these things just kind of go through my brain, like when I'm watching them, and I'm immediately taken out. And I'm so glad I didn't go and pay money in the theater to watch this.
Let's talk about the little kid storyline. What's her name?
Right.
Sprite.
Yeah.
So
I got lazy on some of these names.
You have the ability to change how you look at all times.
And also change what other people see. Remember, she could do that whole projector thing?
So you're mad that you look like a 12-year-old, but you're thousands of years old? Change how you look. Done. Look. Freaking Mystique did it for like, how many X-Men movies? Like,
I don't know. You count
that whole First Class movie
before Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah,
right. The whole First Class movie is basically Magneto being like, "Just be blue all the time. Just do it."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Nah, I can look normal. I'll just keep looking."
When that's your ability, you shouldn't be upset. Yeah,
right.
For how you look, that makes no sense.
Quick fix.
It literally makes no sense. You're the only person here that can change the way they look. I mean, blown. Yeah. There were some issues. There were some issues with this film. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the grander Marvel thing, with the there was that whole Thanos thing.
Right.
Oh, you're not allowed to interfere, but they've been interfering the whole time with technology and mind controlling and all these kinds of things. It's like, but Thanos comes along, kills half the population. You don't think that's a good idea to be like, maybe we should do something?
Yep.
You have no words. What is it?
No, I mean, like, on one level, it's like, that's not what we're here to do. It seems they had all kind of gone their separate ways. So I could see like one of them jumping in, being like, I can help the Avengers. But at the same time, like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Time to come
well, Mind Control guy was still, down in like, Machu Picchu or whatever, just being like, all right, I got my people here.
Yeah, but then half of your people disappear. You might want to go, okay, maybe I should.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, it's too late,
Yeah, but you could like keep the guy. You could do something. Be like, hey.
That's true. I guess you could be like, all right, let me conflict Captain America, see if I can help out, get my half back.
Yeah. I mean, half of my cult disappeared.
Now, let's talk about this end credit scene with Eros. Harry Styles.
Eros. Yeah, not
Eros.
Eros.
Yeah, so he's Thanos' brother, but he ain't purple. What's up with that? He don't look like Thanos' brother.
Maybe he's like a Loki type. Maybe he's like step brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just
I mean, if you're Thanos and you got like little brother who's like Harry Styles attractive, and he knows it. Look at the way, he had a freaking, tiny dwarf guy announce him. He's got a little leprechaun, whatever in the world Patton Oswalt is.
Yeah.
So he knows it. He's like, yeah, I look good. And you're purple with scrotum chin? Maybe you do want to kill half the population. See, it's another dynamic.
Now it all
There's
makes
the
sense.
hot one. I'm the smart and strong one. Y'all listen to me. And then the planet, gets off its gravity axis or whatever. Just, the unloved older brother who, younger brother could do no wrong. He's out there singing songs, ruining Sudeikis' marriage. And then Thanos is over here trying to tell people that the world's going to end and nobody's listening.
So here's the point. I guess the point of this entire review is, like, if you haven't seen Eternals, you don't have to. And if you have Disney Plus, why not? I guess that's it. Like, that's pretty much where we are. Like a 5 out of 10.
Like,
it's a solid 5 out of 10, maybe 6.
Yeah, I did this exercise with a friend. We used to work together, and we worked together for like 4 years. So this was like as, Marvel movies were increasing in size exponentially. So, a new movie would come out and we would rank them. Now this is all like probably like phase 2, early phase 3 type. No, definitely phase 2. Yeah, phase 2 into phase 3. Whatever, it's not important. So he called me up and was like, all right, you've seen Spider-Man. There are now like, 27 Marvel movies. Let's rank them. And I had Eternals and Shang-Chi squarely in the middle. Just like middle. And honestly, I think I've only watched them once, whereas every other Marvel movie I've watched multiple times, aside from No Way Home. So I think that will change with time. I feel like Shang-Chi will probably shoot up a little bit. But at the same time, like, I feel like there's a top like 4 or 5, and then there's a chasm, and then there's a lot of like middle road.
Yeah.
And then there's like the last 5, which are like, woo, there's a big old chasm. But yeah, I felt like Eternals and Shang-Chi was like, right now, they're like pretty middle. Good for what they are. Yeah, it's a movie that I would rewatch, definitely.
In a way, it's setting a framework for the future of Marvel.
Right.
It doesn't actually move the timeline of Marvel forward. If we didn't see this movie, we probably could have had the next one. It's just been fine. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
By the way, they're Celestials. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, like, and who knows if we're going to see it in, like, Doctor Strange, or I'm trying to think what comes after Doctor Strange. Oh. At this point, we've had Hawkeye, we've had Spider-Man since Eternals came out, and neither of them...
Night.
Yeah, maybe Moon Knight. I don't know. Neither of those two things that we've seen since Eternals came out have dealt with the fact that a giant head and a hand grew out of an ocean somewhere.
Yeah.
So we're just like, we'll have to probably deal with that one day.
Probably
Or the
something
fact
to-
that like
yeah.
a bunch of people in London were hanging out and then saw this gigantic celestial Arishem face in the sky for like
Right.
3 minutes, and then he like the scope of that dude, it definitely, like, anytime they would get pulled into like a conversation with him where they're just kind of floating and he's just like 100 times their size, freaked me out. Gave me the like, I'm small in a gigantic universe, curl up in a ball in the closet feelings. So is Galactus a celestial?
Yes.
So I think that's ultimately like where we're going. I think
That's
we're
where
setting
we're
up
headed. Yeah.
we're setting up a super
Fantastic
long game
Four.
for Galactus. Yeah.
Yeah, a real Fantastic Four that people hopefully will like. So yeah, a very middle of the road, Eternals, Moon Knight, and the other thing, the announcement.
Moon Knight. So I watched the trailer last night, and it looks schizophrenic. That's for sure. Moon Knight has multiple personalities,
Yeah, that's part of his character. I'm trying to
but
find-
seeing that suit, kind of like organically appear, that was pretty cool. So that's the other confusing thing. So we've got Kit Harington in this movie as Dane Whitman, and his comic book alter ego, if you will, is Black Knight. Yeah. So no, I'm going back to Eternals. So we've got in Eternals, the second post-credit scene is him picking up his like sword or staff or whatever.
Didn't they show that was Excalibur earlier in the film? Wasn't that Excalibur?
Oh, maybe. So he's Black Knight, and then we've got Moon Knight happening.
Right.
So like for a while I had those two things confused, and I was like, wait, is Oscar Isaac? Is Kit Harington? What's happening? So curious. Also, did you know that it was Blade? Mahershala Ali as Blade. This is the post-credit scene from Eternals when he's about to pick up the sword and there's a voice from off to the side or whatever. That was Mahershala Ali.
Okay, yeah, I didn't recognize the voice. I was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Yeah. So we're not talking about Moon Knight. Okay, we're still in Eternals. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's why I'm confused.
No, exactly. That's why it's confusing. That's why it's confusing because we got Black Knight, we got Moon Knight.
30 nights.
Starting at the same time. We could have spread that out. We could spread that out. Yeah. All right. Moon Knight. We're back to Moon Knight. Oscar Isaac. Go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on board. It looks more like a Netflix show than anything we've gotten so far out of New Marvel. So I'm kind of digging the vibe. Yeah. Crazy guy. I remember looking at the comics when I was younger and being like, oh, this character looks awesome. He's essentially Batman with multiple personality disorder, from what I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. And, some level of superpower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That suit just kind of happens to him. You know what I mean?
Right. He doesn't have to go and change and put it on.
Right. Yeah.
It's not a phone booth situation.
Right. There's a layer.
You don't have to rip another shirt off.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're kind of, I don't know, making a show that looks cool.
Yeah. Is this the first show with like a brand new, like completely brand new? We've had
Hawkeye, Wanda.
Yeah. They've all been existing things. They've brought in some new people, but this is the first like completely brand new character. Mm-hmm. So this is the first like introduction, origin story on a Disney Plus show as opposed to a movie. So that's cool.
That feels good. It's going to be on Disney Plus. It's not going to be a Hulu situation.
Right.
It does feel dark.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
That's our 2 cents.
It looks cool. Gonna watch it.
Are we doing the big reveal?
Yeah, let's talk about it. This is going to be our last show for a while.
Yeah, for a minute. And we are going to still be making content, hopefully. Maybe something. Maybe we'll post a little something. But this is the last podcast on Is This Entertainment for a while. When we come back, who knows when?
Yeah,
I'll be living on the beach, close to the beach. So we'll have a nice view for you to see, and we'll have some new music made. Mm-hmm. And that is also a spoiler for what we're doing. So we're going to go heavy into music production. So if you want to see more Is This Entertainment, make sure that you are subscribed with a notification and all those things so that when we do go back live, you can hear what we're up to. And if you want to hear our music stuff, make sure you're following us on the Twitters. He's Benjamin M. Owens, and I am that Jacob Aaron. And also, Is This Ant Pod? Anything else you wanted to add to that?
No, that's fantastic. Look, the end of season 1 of our podcast where we've done, what are we on?
I don't know. It's
50 something?
Let me look. The last episode was episode 54. So you were listening to episode 55. A tie, 5 is ha. So this is episode ha ha. Ha ha. Funny. So if you want to see more stuff from me in Thailand, make sure you're following me on the Twitter. If you want to listen to our music, we have a song that's in every episode. Also on all the platforms. It's called pleased to meet you. And we are pleased to meet you. So if you like any of the things, leave a comment and we'll try to get back to you. We'll still be checking those.
You know what? We did, a year plus?
2 years almost.
2 years almost? Yeah, see, the same thing. Spotify does the same thing where it stops in April of 2021.
Mm.
So we did a year, almost 2 years worth of podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a little break and then maybe we'll do another 2 years.
I'm going to be making more content in the music zone. So follow all my things. And
Find Jakey Wakey.
Post some stuff.
Man, who knows what I'm going to do.
He might post some fun stuff. So
Right.
you're following him. He's funny on all of his social things. Delete Facebook. And
Yes, delete Facebook. Or just like set it up to like, I'm pretty sure Facebook was like, all right, you've seen Spider-Man now.
right.
Because it would not show me spoilers. Or it would show me like tiny little like ideas of spoilers. And then like after I saw the movie, I read a couple of websites to like, get some backstory on some things. And I think me going to those websites or
Right.
my phone telling Facebook that I was in a theater for 2.5 hours
That's creepy. Yeah.
is like, and now it's just like, here's Andrew Garfield, here's Tobey Maguire, all of them together doing stuff.
Right.
And
Or what's worse, your phone's probably in the room when you do the Spider-Man podcast. Maybe it's listening.
right. Yeah.
And yeah. So we just have to
like-
read everything.
I know what you did. Yeah.
Just uninstall. Hit the uninstall button. Yeah.
Right.
Or the disable app if your phone is not unlocked.
Yeah. And don't go to Facebook on your personal computer. Like just go on like your phone only. Is that worse?
No. The phone is worse because you keep scrolling. You can't stop scrolling.
And it tells,
The phone's-
and there's all that location stuff.
Right. I'm thinking,
Tell me what you're thinking.
I'm going to do a Jakey Wiki TikTok.
Oh, I love that.
I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to post. This is the thing that we're working on. And hopefully you'll be in some of them.
Mhm.
This is the song we're working on or whatever. And you could shake a booty to that if you want.
Love it.
I don't know. Because I'd like to get away from the,
Yeah, like the whole idea of like buying land, like meta real estate. No, thank you.
I'm good. I'm
No,
good.
I'm-
I got to worry about all the places that I'm staying in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, you got real life concerns. I've got real life concerns.
Right.
Don't have time.
I've got to clean my room. I don't want to
Right.
clean my virtual room. That doesn't make any
Not a
sense.
chance.
No
Not a
effing way.
chance. No. I have to rake the leaves in my yard.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to pay a guy to mow my virtual lawn. That's crazy.
No way.
No,
No way.
thank you. Yes.
Ugh. Ugh. Get off my lawn.
Get off.
my lawn. You know what? It would be in Minecraft. I can have all the virtual land I want in
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Right. You can just like plop a square or whatever, a pixel.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen my niece and my nephews do it.
Right. Put
Yeah.
a block of pixels anywhere.
Right? Build all kinds of stuff.
It-
I don't have to
does it
pay
co-
Mark
does it
Zuckerberg a
cost-
cent.
Yeah, you don't have to pay him a cent. Yeah. You don't have to
Yep.
worry about wearing goggles.
Hmm.
You don't have to get dizzy while you're like trying to play a game or
Right?
forget to eat or
Yep. What's
Yeah.
gonna happen to people's eyesight? You wear that Oculus too much, you're gonna go blind.
yeah, these screens are already an issue. And you know what's funny?
Right.
Is
I need to get some of them blue light glasses.
the eye doctors in America, they don't really say anything, right, about all the screens we're looking at all the time.
Like they don't say anything at all.
No, and I mean in America, right? Like nobody ever said, they don't ever say, you know what? Here, we went to go get glasses. So I've got some glasses that we got ordered. They're coming in, but they're like, no. You need to stop using the computer so much. Like the eye doctor said that. The glasses doctor.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you know that? They're like, well, we know so what's happening to your eye, the way that I'm like, that's crazy.
Yikes.
They're honest with you, which is nice. You know,
Love that. Love honesty.
Yeah. And so I'm like, you need to use the computer less, and you probably need these blue light glasses. Yeah, pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. Things are different over here. for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yep.
And on that note, is this it? This is it.
I think
It's
that's
been
it.
it's been really fun, and
It's
we'll
been
be
a lot of
back.
fun.
We'll be back at some point.
Yeah, we'll be
At
back.
some
Look, there's gonna be a Star Wars movie that we're gonna need to talk about.
Speaking of which, there is Boba Fett. So
Boba Fett, I've seen 2
episodes.
episodes. I have not seen the third one yet.
Well, was it this? It was the third one with the KitchenAid motorcycles.
KitchenAid.
Yeah, you haven't seen it yet.
No.
Talk about throwing you out of a series. It's yep. The first 2 episodes were so good. I was like, "What is happening? Star Wars is back!" And
No, wait. You thought you've been on Star Wars' back with Mandalorian, so it's not like it took convincing.
well, yeah, but it's better than Mandalorian. It's like the story that Jon Favreau wanted to do originally, right? He is like, "Hey, I have this Boba Fett story," and they're like, "Why don't we do this Mandalorian thing?"
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So he's telling the story that he pitched to Disney originally. So we're getting to see that. There's just a visually distracting thing going on in the next episode that kind of.
So this isn't about where they hijack the train.
No.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. This is something else.
This is something else.
All right. Well, then you and I will just have to talk about that in non-podcast terms.
It's a kind of a Power Rangers, KitchenAid, steampunk. It's steampunk-ish, and it took me.
It took you out of it.
Of Star Wars. I'm like, this is not Star Wars. What is this? It's a little weird. I mean, Star Wars has like steampunk elements, but this is like literally like the brass and the kitchen. Like it was. I don't know, man.
Gotcha. Well, so far I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, even parts of this one I really loved, but there's this scene at the end. It's a chase scene. I don't want to spoil it. I already spoiled it. It's
fine.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll get better.
So make sure you're subscribed, and then you'll hear our 2 cents about the rest of the Mandalorian. Maybe we'll do a wrap up in, what is it, a month from now?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm out of ideas. I'm done. It's been fun, and thank you for listening up to this point. If you have listened, make sure you reach out and say something,
Yeah, why not?
And let us know whether you want us to come back or not, because,
Definitely hit that subscribe button so that when we do come back, get that notification. Get that ping.
Part of the reason I wanted to do podcasts is like, so it's like a way for me to talk to people, and maybe my friends would listen, and then every once in a while they'd be like, "Hey, I heard you talk about this thing, and here's what I think about it,"
Yeah.
But it turns out I don't have any friends, so
look, you get older, everybody gets older. Sir,
you're my friend. You're my friend.
Of course.
And I really appreciate you doing this with me, and
I appreciate you doing this with me.
I'm looking forward to making some sick beats. Not just beats, but some cool stuff, some really cool music with you. And on that note, this is the last bye for a while. Bye.
Bye.